People think, oh, I can't really use language properly because there's something wrong with my tongue or pronunciation, or maybe I just don't remember enough vocab. Well, there is some truth to that, but there is actually more to language than just the tongue and memory. The brain plays a significant role when it comes to language production. So we're going to talk about two important areas in the left part of the brain, the Broca's area and the Wernicke's area. If these two places are injured in any way, maybe you have a high fever, a concussion or accident, it can cause a condition known as aphasia. So what is aphasia? A language disorder that occurs when the brain is damaged somehow. What is Broca's aphasia? Broca's aphasia is when you try to speak and then suddenly there's delay in between your words and then you lose your functional words. So let's say, for example, you want to say, I want to go to the toilet. Alright, saya nak pergi ke tandas. Someone with Broca's aphasia will say, toilet. So they lose a lot of the words and there is a delay in between the words. They know what they want to say, but it just can't come out, and it's very, very frustrating for the person suffering it, and it can be difficult for the people around as well, because imagine, you know what you want to say, but not to be confused with class presentations. That's just lack of preparation. Don't say you have aphasia, because aphasia is not exactly curable. And then there's Wernicke's aphasia. So Wernicke's aphasia comes in different levels of severity if the Wernicke's area is damaged. So the Wernicke's area, left brain, the back part. So what happens? It can be either two things. Number one, you're trying to find the word, but you're going in a very roundabout way until like, what is this guy actually saying? Let's say, for example, the day is hot right now. If you don't have aphasia, well, the day is hot. If you have Wernicke's aphasia, oh well, you know, today there's the sun over there, and then so you just go on and on and on and on, and like, what the heck is going on? And there are cases where the words get switched. So for example, maybe you want to say sun and you say moon instead, and it gets very, very difficult and very, very frustrating. Why are we talking about aphasia today? Because aphasia can happen to people who have their heads injured. As we know, in Malaysia, accidents involving motorbikes are very, very high. And we have a lot of people in Malaysia who suffer stroke, dementia, people who suffer all sorts of brain conditions in Malaysia. It's kind of high in Malaysia, and yet we are lacking in empathy when we see an old person, oh, dia ni nyanyok dah. When in fact, it's not really memory loss per se, but it perhaps could be brain injury that's making it hard for them to communicate. And Broca's aphasia and Wernicke's aphasia are not just the only kinds of aphasia. There are more types of aphasia, the most brutal being global aphasia, when you lose the ability to communicate completely. You cannot understand the world outside, and you cannot even communicate at all. Bye-bye language. Another thing about aphasia is it can happen to people of any age. There are famous people such as in the UK, Sarah Scott, who have suffered aphasia at such a young age because of stroke. There are people who suffer because of accidents or high fevers which are untreated. Some aphasics are people who suffer aphasia, still can write. But that's the thing about the brain. If it's just one place that's damaged, that's fine. But we never truly know if there are other parts of the brain that has been damaged. There are also other types of aphasias that affect writing or production of written language.